So why do we need these percentage things? Or for that matter, really, even what are percentages? Well, the short answer is percentages give us a quick, easy way to compare things. So let me give you an example. Say we have this situation. We have two people who took a test. And I don't know how many they got right and how many questions they had to answer. Now, if the number of questions on each test was the same, it'd be easy. Whoever got the most answers right. But because the number of questions is different, it gets a little complicated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the ratio of the number of questions each student got right to the total number of questions. And what I'm going to do with these things is I'm going to rewrite each of these ratios as an equivalent ratio with the same denominator. Now I could pick any number that I like to be that denominator, right? But the custom, especially talking about percentages, the custom is to do it out of 100, right? So what I want to do is I want to solve these equations. Right? And I can do this easily enough. It's a little cross multiplying, right? And if you just work through the quick algebra here, you get these numbers. Now I can answer my question. This is telling me that 12 out of 15 right is equivalent to 80 out of 100, and 14 out of 19 right is equivalent to 73.68 out of 100. Now I've got them on the same level. Right now it's easy for me to make the comparison. Lucas got more questions right out of 100, which means he's the one who got the better score. Hopefully now you see why percentages are useful, but where, in all of these calculations, is the actual percentage? Well, the answer is it's this 80. So look at it this way. 12 out of 15 is equal to 80 out of 100, or 0.80, and that's equivalent to 80%. Now, equivalent rather than equal was an important word in that sentence. Percentages aren't numbers. There's an equivalence between the two, but you can't use them interchangeably. Specifically, you can't do any kind of arithmetic with percentages. You can't add them, multiply them, divide them, any of those arithmetic operations. To do any of those things, you have to first convert them to the equivalent decimal version, and that's where this out of 100 part becomes important. When you see 80%, what you should think is that means 80 out of 100. And 80 divided by 100 is 0.8. That decimal version is the one you should put into your formulas and calculations. And the quickest way to get to it is just to remember that dividing by 100 means moving the decimal point 2 places to the right. Now, you can set up a proportion and solve it, if you like that kind of thing. But just moving the decimal point is the quickest way to get from the percentage to the decimal version that you need to actually get on with doing your calculations. So if you like this video, please don't forget to click on the like button down below. And if you'd like to see more stuff like it, you can also click on the subscribe link that's down there as well.